Last year was despite having a 11-16 record was a tremendous year for our program in a sense that a lot of young players got valuable game experience that will certainly help us out this year. Of the 13 players we had playing last year, 10 were freshmen or sophomore. And our seniors gave us everything they had, and our junior last year, Ryan Schuler, gave us everything they had. They did well, but it's really difficult in this league, night in and night out, to be successful with a majority of your kids being underclassmen. So it was a great learning experience. We faltered down the stretch, but yet something to build on and learn from that, and it can only pay dividends this year for us. So all in all, it was a grind going through it, but it will pay dividends this year. Tommy Luca and Kyle Monroe coming back will certainly make us better, coupled with the fact that those three sophomores in Isaac Appleby, Dawson Bilski, and Trent Bell, their experience now as juniors going through what we just talked about will be so valuable for us that we're going to be a much better club this year with the experience and bringing those two injured players back. So we're looking forward to that, and our freshmen have really looked good so far in the preseason, and I like some of the new kids we brought in. Yeah, in the preseason, of course, it's different. We're allowed, a couple more hours this year. We did a little bit of team stuff and installation of our offense and defense, but spent a little more time. We were close in evaluating our games from last year. We were close with most of the stuff we did, but not quite good enough. So we've spent a little bit longer period defensively in getting people in right positions. And then, of course, the offense will take it will be a whole new look with Tommy and Kyle in there. So we'll do a little more creative things on offense. And we're going to have a great blend because we have some playmakers with some guys that know how to play, as in last year's team. So we're really excited about what's going to happen. And in watching those films, we spent quite a bit of time on trying to finish, putting a lot of emphasis on creating havoc close to the basket, having our big guys in finishing in transition and finishing in off a drive. So, and then just the regular skill work we do on offense is what we primarily worked on in the preseason here. I feel like it's growing. I feel like it's obviously a new start to another team, but I feel like our guys have the feeling of we got a chance. If we do things the Michigan Tech way, we're going to have a great chance. And certainly our work ethic has been strong. Our chemistry is good. Our culture is good, and those are things you continually try to work on and make perfect. But right now, I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this squad. It's really a strong freshman class with Tyler Robarge, Isaiah Bridges, and Matt Ojala, of course, our local kid from Calumet. Those guys have a very, very promising future here in this program. I like them all. They're just like sponges right now. They're growing every day. They want to get better, and those guys are up here on their own working on their game, and it's really nice to see. We really try to schedule our preseason games to simulate what the league is, because we know that when we get into the league, it's going to be a grind, a battle. You have to be at your best every possession. So our preseason schedule is difficult. We're on the road, and it's something that we have to overcome, all the road trips, and we don't have a problem with it. We grow as a result of it, and it's part of being a Michigan Tech athlete as far as travel. So it's a good preseason, it's a tough preseason, and it will prepare us very well for our conference. Speaking of the conference, it's, we're just looking at our staff was just looking because the preseason poll is going to come out, and there's numerous. Well, in fact, on any given night, any team could beat anybody. Is what we feel. Our staff feels. So you gotta battle, you got to grind, you got to be on top of your game every possession if you want to win this league this year. It's going to be a very balanced league. There's a lot of teams that can win it, and you don't want to be around that 5 to 10 standing, because on a weekend it could mess you up. So you got to be in there, and you got to get off to a good start. You have to play poised early in the season to give yourself a chance. The keys, we have a good solid foundation, is to continue to grow, staying healthy for any club. And I say that because it was so devastating for us last year. But the keys are just have our experience go from a very young team to how we gained and grew last year, and build on that, and we'll be in great shape.